What's up, everyone, and welcome to Ben's Car Reviews. I'm Ben, and today, instead of doing a typical car review, we're going to be diving into kind of my progress as a very small time content creator from kind of day one to where I am now at surpassing 1 million views total, being monetized, how much I'm actually making, and maybe give you some inspiration if you're a little bit behind me as to getting some confidence and how to move forward and just kind of keep trying until you make it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so here we are. We're on the dashboard of my channel. You can see here, the point of making this video is I think I've kind of reached a milestone. I've reached 1 million views, and you can see right here, YouTube is letting me know, which is nice to see. So right away, we can see my total subscriber count here, 2,850. This is the last 28 days. I am on a good run right now. My views are up, my watch time is up, and so is estimated revenue. So this may seem like a pretty big number, but this fluctuates 2 months ago. It was only in the 600s. So definitely goes up and down. So we're moving here. I'm trying right now to get videos out every other day, which is definitely doable for my workload currently. But once I get in my busy season, I don't get them out as much. But definitely a moral of starting a channel is to just pump content out. So when we look at content here, I'll show you kind of a little bit how many views I get. Got some videos scheduled here. Looking at views, these are only a couple days old. Like I said, I'm on a good run right now, into the thousands for many videos. If we go back a little further here, you see how many in a row I had in the hundreds. Boom, boom, boom. None of these are reaching 1,000. Get back now, if you were in the thousands. These have had much more time on YouTube compared to those initial screens. As you can see here, it really varies. I have found no correlation between what cars get views, how YouTube decides whether my videos will get buried in an algorithm or if they'll actually get seen. So it's really hit or miss. It's all about just getting stuff out because you really never know what's going to be good. This is kind of more maybe specific for what I'm doing. I appeal to kind of a niche. There's not many people actually kind of looking at these. But, even for my small time YouTube niche market, I can still pull off thousands of views. And with a lot of competition too, a lot of guys are doing this. Okay, so we're going to go peek into the analytics now. This is kind of what I want to show you guys as far as what my success is and how much I'm making for that success and how long it took to get that success. So you can see here my numbers are up. My subscriber count for having 1 million views total, I actually don't think is that great. I don't get many subscribers. As we're looking down, I'm publishing some more videos than usual right now. It's creating more for me. We'll switch this from 28 days to lifetime. We can get some better stats. So here we go. I've hit 1 million views. Obviously, I created a YouTube account years ago, but the day it starts is going to be the beginning of January 2023. And look at that, I had 1 view. Flash forward to the latest day I had, if I can even select it, and it was the most successful day I've ever had. Yesterday I was in the 3,000s for one day, which for me is really good. So looking down, I have my first video about to almost hit 100,000. My number 1 video. I've got a couple more in the 30s, and it really drops down to the mid-teens. And thankfully I've had a bunch now over 10,000, but it took a long time to get there. All right, so another thing I'm going to break down here. 2023 was my first year. So look at 2023's success. I started it in 2023 January. I didn't get monetized. I didn't meet the requirements until nearly the end of the year. It was mid-December of 2023. So see, I only made $166. That was the second half of December of the first month I got monetized. So to get monetized these days, it's not easy. 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time. The hours of watch time was no problem. You can see in that year I got 14,000, up to the point where I got monetized. I wish views factored in, because obviously I did pretty well on views for a first year effort, but it's a grind. A lot of videos got released. See what my top videos were after a year. Only 32,000 was my number one. I already had barely any, approaching 10. So you really just have to keep pushing. That's it. And then we get into 2024. You always hope you're going to have growth year over year. Obviously, this is where nearly all my success was. I doubled my views, more than doubled my hours watched. Subscribers has gone up quite a bit. You can see here on the chart, it's up and down. Every day is going up and down, but consistently it's staying there. There's a little dip here, but now it's coming back up. Just the point is to not get discouraged. And you can see all these videos made their way a lot higher up over another course of a year. As we go back into the lifetime, you can see the overall chart here trends up, even though it is going up and down, up and down. There was a dip, there was that lull that I had in September I talked about, and now it's trending up again. So if you want to see more stats, you go into advanced mode here, and this will give you a lot more information all in one place. Advanced stats now, you can see things a lot more well broken down. You can see my top video has accounted for nearly 10% of my overall views. That's out of nearly 300 videos released. I've had one video be 10%. So see, everything adds up to that total product. And it also shows you subscribers per video. My video on GDI engines is my number one contributor to those, and revenue per video. So this is nearly my number one. Impressions. And this is kind of more what I want to show you here. So I want to go in order of estimated revenue to show you guys that it's really hit or miss what pays more. Some videos get X amount of views, they pay this much. You get X amount of views, same number with a different video, and it could pay completely different. So we'll take a look at that now. So here we are, going in order of revenue made per video. So as you can see, a video with 13,900 views paid $321. Video with 99,000 views paid $300. And there was 30,000 views of this already viewed before I was even monetized. So I guess you can't really call it a full 99, maybe in the 60s compared to 13,000, but still. And then we drop down here and look again. We've got a video with 11,000 that has made as much as a video with 31,000. See if we can find another good example here. Look at this. Basically double the views and only $3 difference. Again, half as much with the Sienna video as the Forester, and it has made the same amount of money. Keep scrolling down. 4,700 views has made $100. And then if we keep going, another 4,000 view video has made $55. So you never really know what is going to stick, what's going to pay what. The bottom line is, though, you have to keep trying. And the hardest thing to do is to make it to that point of getting monetized, because you're not getting anything for your efforts. Now, I've done the math about my hours worked to the revenue I've made, about like a per hour rate. It's come out to $9 an hour for all of my efforts so far creating this channel. Now, I enjoy learning about the cars, but of course I'm doing this for a side income in my spare time. $9 an hour for my efforts does not seem like a lot, but the first entire year of my efforts paid nothing. So I've climbed that from 0 to 9 an hour in the last 12 months, and I think that's substantial, especially given I'm not at this all the time. So the next comparison I want to show is the subscribers to views ratio. So as I mentioned, my number one subscriber video is going to be this GDI Engines, 164 subs from 32,000 views. That is a high number for me, but I don't know if this is a high number for anybody. That seems like not a lot. Out of 32,000 people who have viewed the video, 164 have subscribed. Granted, not everybody's going to subscribe to you, and I've actually calculated that my total views to subscriber ratio is actually right in line with a lot of the big guys, just at a much smaller scale. So let's kind of keep looking at these. My dealer sticker video, 97 views or subscribers for 99,000 views. Let's just say that's 99.99. That's pretty close to getting one subscriber per 1,000 views. So again, you really just have to keep putting stuff out. You never know. And let's see here. Video with 6,000 views. It's giving me 34 subscribers compared to 15,000, which was 31. We have, again, 13,000 views was 26 subscribers. 6,000 was 25. And the reason this is paid so little is because nearly all those views were last year. Same with this. 6,000, it only made 6 cents because it got dropped out of the algorithm before I started making money. Again, look, we're all the way down here. We still have 11,000 views, 19 subscribers, 3,000 views, 20 subscribers. So again, you never really know. There's no correlation. I've found no reason why some videos do better than others. It's just kind of the way it is on YouTube. Another thing I want to show you guys is kind of what I get per day. What are my views per hour? Stuff like that. So I want you guys to know just kind of how much I'm getting to see if that can help you know kind of where you're at compared to me. So as you can see, the last 60 minutes, 111 views. For me, that's great. Anytime I'm over 100 views an hour, I'm really thrilled at my performance. And again, like I said, I'm on a good streak. Grand Highlander Hybrid, it's gotten 16 in the last hour. Individual videos, if I'm getting more than 8 to 10 in an hour, again, I think that's doing well. And a lot of old videos do kind of work their way in, but it's mostly new content for me that gets the majority of the views because YouTube quickly kind of makes my stuff fade away. So if we're looking at 48 hours, I was in the 200s per hour lately, which is unheard of for me. I've almost never reached that mark up until this week. I've only hit it one time, and that was 201, and I got in the 230s. So definitely cool to see that. Another thing that doesn't correlate is daily views with money. So it doesn't make any sense sometimes how I can get a certain number of views in a day, get X many dollars. The next day I get several hundred less views and get more money than I did the day before. And I can show you some of that right here. Look at revenue. You can see how it fluctuates day to day. 43, 35, 38, 51, 29, 54. The thing about this 54 compared to this 29, this 54 could have easily had several hundred less views than this day. But for some reason, it just paid a lot more. But this shows again, this is why this is a marathon, not a sprint. You gotta stick it out. This is a little bit of money every day. You can only imagine what these big YouTubers are making. But this adds up after a while. It does. It's a slow grind, but last 28 days is $1,100. So as a side hustle, that's a nice little side. So to kind of wrap things up here, to be in summary, if you're watching this as a YouTuber that's trying to start out, you're kind of like me, you don't want to put a ton of money up front into this. As you can see, this is all I bought. All I bought so far for my videos is a microphone, because my laptop mic really wasn't that great, but you're watching me record on just my laptop camera. I really wanted to keep this low cost for me. Like I said, I do this because I like learning about the vehicles. I like cars a lot, but of course there's an underlying reason. I am trying to make more money because each video takes about 3 hours for me to make. That's a significant amount of my time. I want to be productive in my free time, but you don't want it to be for nothing. I value my time, and if you're a small-time YouTuber like me who's trying to start out, I'm sure you value your time also. But it is a long haul to get to, kind of that initial, I don't want to say finish line because that's when it's just starting, but to the point of monetization. And it's harder now than ever has been because there's so many people out there doing it. When you look at my crowd specifically, the car review market, there are so many guys doing that, and there are so many guys that have hundreds of thousands, millions of followers, subscribers. So it's intimidating to start out. YouTube, doesn't necessarily bury your videos, but it's hard to compete with those guys. It's hard to get your stuff out there. And like I said, sometimes things hit, sometimes they don't. It takes a while to accumulate a lot of views sometimes. This is just my experience, though. Maybe you could start one and do phenomenally better than me, but I just wanted to share kind of what I've been through. There is light at the end of the tunnel. As far as, people have elaborate thumbnails in their videos and they record with super HD cameras, I think people are more inclined to subscribe to you if you have good content. And I have tweaked my format over the months, over the couple years I've been doing this, to try to get maybe a little more of an appeal, not so much extra wordage in there. I get right to the point. I give people initially what they clicked on my video to see. If they want to keep watching beyond that, they will get more information, but it's definitely about getting to the point, keeping people there. Your average time watched per video is a good thing to watch, because that will give you some clues as to people if they're instantly just leaving or if they are staying to watch more. So a lot goes into it. I just have a wall behind me. I have a $15 microphone. I'm doing this in my free time, and I'm making some money, and you can too. You just gotta stick with it. That first stretch of time getting to monetization is tough, but once you're there, your efforts feel a lot more worth it. The ball's rolling, and hopefully you can grow exponentially. And maybe down the road, you can be in a more full-time operation. So that's kind of all I have to share with you guys, I think. If you're into some less than 10-minute car reviews with no wasted time, then please subscribe, because that's all I do. Or if you'd like to just support a small-time YouTuber trying to make some extra money and trying to put out some good information for those who need it, then drop a subscribe for that reason too, because I'd really appreciate it. If you're out there trying to start a channel, stick with it. You can do it, and in the long run, you'll be happy you stuck it out, because it's a great feeling to make it, to know you put in that work, and then to have that income coming in. You're just going through your day, you're getting views, and you're making money. So stick with it. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You can definitely do it. And thank you for watching this Benz car review. I'll catch you on the next one.